the resources available for me, I feel like my dream has come true, even though I have just begun. But I know that the one who brought me here will let me complete it.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Emmanuel.
Thank you so much too. I always say this, that apart from God, one person that I will owe eternal gratitude to is Lady Omani.
Oh no.
Because just imagine that I have not met somebody like her. She didn't talk about. She could have decided not to talk about it. Oh, now I'm in the US and that is all.
Hello guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? Hope you're doing very well wherever you are. If you're joining us for the first time and you're seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, I'm Agbo Fiona, a second-year PhD nursing student in the University of Alabama at Birmingham, and I have something very interesting for you guys today. I have on this studio one very dynamic subscriber. And apart from being a YouTube subscriber, he is also my colleague in the PhD education journey. So you'll hear a lot about UAB, a lot about how to apply for PhD, and a lot more other things, more than what you've been hearing from me. So please stay tuned and leave your questions below in the comments. And I present to you Mr. Emmanuel Nkrumah from Ghana.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Emmanuel Nkrumah.
From Ghana.
From Ghana.
West Africa.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Emmanuel. Can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you, Fiona, for giving me this opportunity. As she said earlier, I'm Emmanuel Nkrumah from Ghana, Cape Coast precisely.
Wow.
And I'm a first year PhD student at the University of Alabama, Birmingham, USA.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel Nkrumah from Ghana. I always tell him that I think of Nkwame Nkrumah. So whenever I hear the name Nkrumah, I'm like, oh, you're from Ghana. So it's very interesting to have Emmanuel Nkrumah beside me. And can you tell us, how long have you been in the US?
I have been in the US for roughly 2 months and 2 weeks as a student here at UAB, studying PhD nursing.
Oh, wow. Okay, so how is the program going?
Well, the program is going well, but
okay.
it's very tough. I know PhD is more of research work plus coursework, so there's a lot of pressure, but we are managing it. We are managing it gradually.
And we are equal to the task.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so tell me, how did you hear about UAB? Did you get any agencies back home who talked about UAB, or a group of persons who came to tell you about UAB?
How I heard about UAB is miraculous. In fact, I have no plans of coming to the United States. I'm a professional nurse. Those of you who are hearing me, I've been working at the University of Cape Coast Hospital for almost 14 years.
Wow.
And for some time now, I have been trying to go to abroad to practice my medicine. So I started trying to write some language tests and other, which I failed some. I rewrote. I passed, but this red list. So I decided to go and do nursing in Dubai.
Okay.
So because I had heard that Dubai is a very good place for nurses, and from there you can also go to Europe or America easily, because most of the agencies have been coming there to recruit. But in Ghana and other African countries, because of the red list, so it was very difficult for them to recruit from those countries. So I started going to YouTube to explore opportunities of nursing in UAB. Then luckily for me, I saw a Ghanaian nurse interviewing a nurse from Cameroon who also happened to work at Dubai. So I saw that she had a lot of stuff about how to work in Dubai. Then after listening to the interview or watching the YouTube video or the interview, I picked her WhatsApp number. Then I subscribed to her channel because she mentioned her channel in the interview. Then from there, I started following the nurse who works in Dubai. So I started following the one I'm following is the nurse in Dubai whose name is Fiona. I picked her contact, the WhatsApp number, and I started watching her videos because all I wanted to do is to come to Dubai. So from there, she started releasing other videos where she will explain to you steps to apply to UAE nursing process. So I started doing the data flow processes. I started following her videos keenly, and I was on it gradually. So at a point in time, I was not hearing from her again. I was not seeing her on YouTube, but I was still following her YouTube videos. Then one day, I just saw that she has released a new video. And in that video, she apologized that she was sorry for being absent for a very long time. You see, I was following her keenly.
That had subscribers.
She was apologizing for not because of one or two reasons, and also she had now gotten admission to the University of Alabama, PhD in nursing. So, and she talked a little bit about it. I said, "Wow, this lady that I'm following to come to Dubai has left Dubai," but still,
she was going to the
I was still following the process. So in one of her videos, then she started explaining the process of coming to the university that she's pursuing the PhD and the requirement. I said, I wanted to go to Dubai and following this, my next YouTuber. And now she's now in the US, and the process that she's talking about too is not that cumbersome. So why did I change my mind?
Whoa.
Then I started to learn about. So I got to know about the UAB from this process. And I started following the process, and then I got to the application stage.
Wow. That's amazing. I feel very happy that you first saw me on Priscilla Kuma's channel. Shout out to you, my dear big sister Priscilla Kuma. Thank you so much. And then your interest was Dubai, but eventually your interest shifted to the US because I was in the US and I was seeing a lot of beautiful things about UAB. So tell me, how was your application in UAB? How did you prepare everything? How was the process?
So after you came here and you being the one I'm following, so you also talk about the application process a bit. So I went to the university site myself and I looked at the requirements, and they needed my transcript, they needed my university certificate, recommendation letters from my professors, and
personal statements.
Personal statements. Personal statements. Then language certificate. But fortunately for me, I'm from an English-speaking country, so even that one, it was saying Fiona because the university site was not specific. So I googled. So one day, one of your videos, then you talk about language requirement. And I said, okay, it means I qualify. Then I Googled the language requirement of UAB in School of Nursing, and they stated it clearly like she said. And I was relieved because I knew that once I'm from an English-speaking country, I didn't need that one. Then I saw. So, luckily for me, and miraculously, the time I saw you came back again, it was left with about 3 weeks to the deadline when I went to the university site. So quickly I had to call one of my professors and started gathering my documents and everything, and I submitted everything to the school on the 29th of December, and the deadline was 1st of January.
Wow, you are blessed, Emmanuel. Wow.
Yes. So after submission, then I paid application fee of just 65 US dollars. Then I did that. Then I continued to pursue other options.
Right. Okay.
So that is how the submission process went.
All right.
Yes.
So after you prepared your documents, you submitted on the eve of the deadline. You got an email a few months later about an invitation to interview. You picked an interview date. Can you briefly describe what your interview experience was?
Sometimes your mind can hold you back. Some time ago, I tried coming to school here in the US and I got admission and everything, but I was bounced visa. So this one, I didn't even have hope in it, but I just applied. So I was still pursuing other avenues. But this one, during the submission process, they said that I will hear from them on, I think, March. So on the 4th of March, I was in the church. Then I came out to United and I saw an email in School of Nursing. So I just opened it and they said, after reviewing my documents, I have been selected for interview. I was so happy. So I was asked to prepare for the interview. And luckily for me, I prepared. Even they gave me a list of dates to choose from.
Yes.
So I chose the one that was convenient for me. Then on the D-Day, I dressed up nicely. Before then, I did a lot of research about the school. Then I went for the interview.
So was the interview anything like what you have been attending before?
The interview process, can I describe before the interview, because it was PhD interview, so I went to the YouTube to including her own videos and other videos as well, and some couple of friends who have already done the PhD before. I mean, the interviews generally, you see that they're almost the same.
Right.
So the first question they asked me during the interview was,
tell me about yourself.
Yes, I should briefly introduce myself,
right.
Which I did introduce myself. I told them about my the work that I do as a nurse in the university hospital for almost 10 years, working with adult health patients.
Wow.
And that necessitated my interest to do the PhD in palliative care nursing.
Okay.
So then they asked me again, why do you want to do the PhD at all? Why do you want to do the PhD? I said, with my interests and experience at the bedside and having learned a lot about chronic disease management and pain management and palliative care management, I wanted to come to the States to learn more about palliative care, because back in our country, palliative care is not all that developed. So that's why I stated my interest to do the PhD program, and then they were really impressed. So they even asked me a lot of questions about the trends of PhD palliative care in our country, and I explained to them, and they saw that there is a big gap. So I think they decided to help me to come and learn so that I will come and help my country back home.
Wow. This is
amazing. Then another question they also asked is that I should, why did I choose that university?
Okay.
And I said, I chose the university because I saw that it's one of the, in terms of healthcare in general, it's one of the best universities in the US rankings. So when I went to the other side, I also saw some professors who research works or area of interest aligns with my interest area. So I decided to choose that university because I know that I'll be able to get a proper mentor to realize my dreams and also to contribute to the scientific community.
Wow. That was awesome. Guys, and he never got to me until when he had been fully admitted into UAB.
I won't surprise you.
I mean, honestly, guys, whenever I make these videos, I always pray, God, if he can reach one person who will make use of this information and it will change their lives, then I'm fulfilled. And you can't even imagine the joy I had when he reached out to me after he had been admitted into UAB. I was so pleased. I mean, I was like, oh, at least someone is looking at what I'm doing, listening to it, and not just that, putting it into practice as well. So this was really awesome. And I know that this is God also working wonders in your life, Emmanuel. This is really, really amazing. So after the interview, what next?
After the interview, they told me that they are going to meet. In the next 2 weeks, I'll hear from them. Then I was also in Dalama again. But of course, as I said earlier, I was working in other areas to still try to see whether, because I was, even though Fiona had left Dubai, I wanted to go to Ireland precisely. So I knew that when I get to Dubai, I can really go to Ireland. So I had not stopped pursuing Ireland. Then 2 weeks later, I opened my mail and I saw congratulations. You have been given a full scholarship to come and study PhD at UAE.
Oh God, faithful God.
Wow. Then I was so happy. I was so happy. Then I told a couple of loved ones, like the one particular guy who is also, he has done his PhD. He coached me a lot. I told him that my lecturer to one of my professors too, who also gave me a recommendation letter. I told them, these are the only two people that I told them about. So they really helped me, coach me. Then, after I've gotten the interview, there's another hell to cross. Then I went back to him. He's very resourceful. You people, those of you who want to come to the US or who want to pursue PhD or who want to even become nurses in other countries, you don't know, I have watched a lot of YouTube videos, but none of them helped me. I went back to her. Then she has released videos of interview process. I said, wow, I listened to it. How she went, whatever happened at the interview, I listened to it, and the guidance that she gave, then of course, I watched a couple of videos, but they were just similar. But I was more concerned on her own because she has passed through similar process. So, lo and behold, I learned the techniques, maintaining eye contact, be of yourself, don't lie, how you should answer the questions. Oh, I really learned a lot. And when I went, in fact, before I was going to the interview, because of her videos and other videos I've watched, I became really confident. Then I went to the interview. I went for the interview on I think it was on the 15th of
May.
Yes. When I got there in the Ghana embassy in Accra, it looked as if there is a war in Ghana and
everybody wants to leave
the country. I was so scared and sad. But I knew that because the whole process is effortless. I have tried other ways. I spent money. This one, the only money we started the interview, the only money I spent is $65
for the application.
As at December 29th of last year, if a prophet of God had told me that, Ima, you are coming to the US this year, I would say, are you serious? Because the only American country I had tried was Canada, which I did some process and I was not even hearing from them. I had no plans of coming to the United States. Even though I had tried to do my PhD in Switzerland, similar palliative care nursing, but I never heard from them after submitting my applications. So this is how it went. It was so effortless. God, and also my sister here, because God is a spirit. God will not the same come and help you, but apart from God, the only person who has changed my destiny in this world is my sister here.
He's good.
Apart from God.
It's good. It's good.
Because
God through me.
I paid monies to people.
Wow.
Monies on my own processes. Nothing came out. So that was how the interview went.
Wow. Big congratulations again. You guys can imagine my joy when he got a visa that morning. He said, Fiona, I got a visa. But honestly, I was not scared. I know that to get a visa, especially a student visa from Africa to come to the US, when you have a fully funded scholarship, that is already a given.
Yeah.
And when you answer your questions right, the way I saw him invested in following my videos and getting a spot in UAB, I knew that no, he's not someone to play with as well. He's someone who is very, very organized, very smart, who does his things very well. And that's why, even though he submitted at the last minute, his application profile was found strong enough to be retained in UAB. So I was not scared, and I was so pleased for the confirmation of the visa interview approval. So tell me, upon arrival in UAB, how do you find it here? How was your, integration? You came to a new country, very few people.
Yeah.
So how do you find it?
Luckily for me, after I got a visa, then it means I am here already indirectly. So I started following again. This time around,
We're communicating.
So we have started communicating more. So you oriented me about accommodation types that we have here, which is very for me. And there is an international community here. One lady called Asantua. Luckily, she's also from Cape Coast, and she's here. So she just WhatsApp me and said, "Oh, she's a Ghanaian here," and she just saw my name
added to the group.
Yes, and he saw that name is a Ghanaian name. Then she reached out to me and said, "Oh wow, I'm in Cape Coast." I said, "Oh, I was on Cape Coast." So she also started. She helped me a lot in terms of accommodation, just like he also did.
That's great.
She briefed me a lot about the accommodation process that we have. So I realized that for convenience, let me deal with a group of people than to have my own place. So he helped me to book a popular hostel around, or let me say apartment, called Ielts Birmingham. Yeah, and that's where I stay currently. It's a very nice place, even though it has a downside, but it's okay for me for now. Yeah, so accommodation wasn't much of a problem after I reached out to you guys. You really assisted me to get integrated into the system, and I'm still getting integrated because I'm still new here.
I'm still getting integrated too.
Yeah, because you, for example, when I came and hey, you and your husband, I was itching to see Fiona, and luckily for me, she came to pick me to her house with the husband, and it was beautiful, Charlie. It's God. So that's how I get integrated with your help and the help of Asantua and some other African friends.
That's great. So, finally, do you like it in UAB? You wanted to go to Dubai initially and use Dubai to transition to Ireland. USA was not in your program, but God made it happen. God made you come over here. So far, do you like it here?
Okay. To answer your question, let me make it clear that it's not like I have no plans to study. I have plans to study and also do my nursing, but US was not part of it.
Okay.
Because of why? Because it is very difficult to get a visa to this country. Very difficult. Those of you in Africa, you know it.
God.
If you go to your various embassies in your country, you see how people are treated over there. Yes. So when I got the opportunity to come and study PhD here, I still got to know that my dream had been fulfilled because even in Ireland, my dream was that in the next year, after doing some nursing over there, I will come to the US. Okay. So when I got a chance to be here, I thought, it's a step in the right direction, but it was miraculous. I think it's a God ordained because the process was so effortless. Let me use this because it was too effortless. Hey, in fact, do you know that when I got the visa and I went to my city in Ghana, I still didn't believe I had gotten the visa because so in the next 2 months I'll be in the US. That's not possible. I only got to believe it the day I sat in the aircraft. Because how? Even when I go to the Atlanta International Airport and the visa, the immigration officer, the bottom post officer took my passport, I was thinking that they are going to grill me. You look at it and say, "Oh, I come to school." I say, "Yes." You're welcome. Hey, I said, "So I'm in the US."
Of course.
Okay. So that is how it is. That's how the whole process went.
That's awesome. That's so amazing. I'm so happy and I really bless God for you. When you told me, "Oh, I booked my flight for this date, I'll be here by this date," when you came to I arrived last night, I was like, "Oh, finally." And I kept telling my husband, I had told him about you long ago, so we're we can't wait to meet Emmanuel. He was excited to meet us. We're so excited to meet him too. Like, who is this blessed young man? Like, God has ordained your life in a way that only him can understand. So we were so happy to meet him, and we were happy that we could offer our own little support to help him integrate and all. So what is your final word for people out there who are planning to move out of their comfort zones to maybe the US, to Europe, to Canada, wherever?
Okay, my little advice is that we should try and do a lot of research, because in my country, Ghana, I know and I've heard of a lot of, I have even fallen victim before, paying money to middlemen to either come to abroad to come and work or to come to school.
Oh.
But take your time. There are a lot of resources on YouTube.
Right.
Videos. In fact, my coming here, let me say physically, my middleman is, or my middlewoman is my sister sitting here, because it is 99% of the videos that I watched that brought me there. In fact, in the first place, I have heard of a lot of schools in America, but I have never known that there's a school called University of Alabama, Birmingham. I don't know that school. I've not heard of that school. So I got to know that school from her, because I wanted to follow her to Dubai, not knowing that she was bringing me to America.
God be praised.
I was going to Dubai, then after Dubai, I will go to Ireland, because there's a red list in Africa. Nurses were being prevented from traveling again by WHO.
Right.
So that is what my dream. Not knowing that following her will not even take me to Dubai. She was bringing me to America.
God is faithful.
And I came to America here. So I would advise you that go and subscribe to her videos. And her videos are on point. Like in my quest to travel outside, I started watching a lot of videos. But some of the videos, they just want, I don't know whether they want to advertise themselves. They will just, the caption alone is different from the content. But for her, if Fiona says, I'm coming to do interview about the price of accommodations in the UAE, do you know that one of the reasons why I loved your video so much was that after I made up my mind to come to Dubai and I was doing my data flow process, I said I want to know about accommodation, because I wanted to come on my own without any job offer after writing the exams and stuff, all because of you, because you explained the processes. Then one of your videos, you explain various types of accommodation, their prices. Hey! I said, wow. So it's like I was not in Dubai, but I was there.
Right.
And so her videos are very accurate, on point, and a lot of content, loaded with a lot of content. So research. There are a lot of good videos on YouTube.
Yes.
So as you are listening to me or you are watching me, go and subscribe to her videos. Fiona, Nurse Fiona, right?
Agbo Fiona.
Nurse Agbo Fiona. Yes. Go and subscribe to it, and you see more content. Now that she's in the US, if you follow her, I'm still surprised that I'm the only one who had come to this university through her, because the way her videos are so accurate and on point. But when I went to the interview, I saw a lot of people who have chosen universities that didn't have money to sponsor them, to fund them, and they were being denied. But meanwhile, there are a lot of people that you can easily follow, information that you can easily follow and get right information to come to this country. So that's what I would advise my fellow Africans. Me, I'm an African. I don't want to identify myself as a Ghanaian. I'm an African. And she knows it.
Yeah, he hates when I say Ghanaian. He says he's an African. We are one.
Yes.
Well, that's really, really interesting. You know, a lot of people heard about UAB also for my channel, and they applied, and I think a couple of people, about 6 or 7, got admission into UAB. Unfortunately, they didn't have funding and they could not secure visas. So it's really, really sad. And some other people applied to the UAB program, to the PhD nursing program in UAB. They were not selected. So whenever Emmanuel says my videos were a blessing to him, I say he too did a great job. He listened to what was supposed to be done. He followed it to the letter and did extra research. I always mention in my video, this is not exhaustive. You can always do some more research. You can always find out some more. There is no harm in knowing too much. And that's what he did. And that's why he's here today. So guys, please, when you see a video that is important to you, just try out. Just apply. You don't know what will happen. He was following other paths while applying for this process, while he was applying for this school. But then this one worked out. So you don't put your eggs in one basket. You should have plan A, B, C, and if possible, D. And that's why he's here today. So just to wrap this up, tell me, why do you love UAB? Being here.
I love UAB because of okay, let me first of all talk about the community in general. You see people from different cultures. So it still makes you feel at home because back in Africa, you know, look at Africa over here, you see people from, even though we are in the white man's land, but a lot of black people here, people from different countries, India, and so it's like there is a lot of diversity. Secondly, the university has very good systems for international students.
Yes, right.
The university has, as I said, good systems for international students. And also when it comes to my school of nursing, I mean, they have very support system for us. They make sure that all your primary needs of being here are met in terms of academic progress. The resources are readily available. All what you need is to sit down and learn. And also, I also like the school because they gave me fun time, and I'm able to just think of myself.
Right.
I feel comfortable here.
Wow.
Yeah, so I like the university. That's why I like about the school. And another important thing, the school is well grounded in research. You know, our purpose of being here is so happy to be here, and the resources available for me. I feel like my dream has come true, even though I have just begun. But I know that the one who will be here will let me complete it.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Emmanuel.
Thank you so much too. I always say this, that apart from God, one person that I will owe eternal gratitude to is Lady over here.
Oh no.
Because just imagine that I have not met somebody like her. She didn't talk about. She could have decided not to talk about it. Oh, now I'm in the US and she just, that is all. So, like I said, UAB is very, I mean, in terms of when I was doing my research about the school, before I came here, I passed my interview questions. In the nursing research, I'm in the nursing school. In the nursing research, this is the number 4 best university in the US.
Yes.
So it shows you how grounded they are in research. And when I came during the orientation, the professor said that because of the research that they do and the outcome they have, and like their research influence in the scientific community, they have a lot of funding for us. So all what they need from us is that we should also learn and become the future nurse scientists that they want us to be. This is what I like about the university, because a lot of the purpose of coming here to be a nurse scientist in future and also develop frameworks and models.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
okay.
Awesome. So he mentioned a couple of reasons which are similar to the reasons why I like UAB. So there's a lot of support, the community is diverse, UAB has a strong research foundation, the school of Thank you so much, guys, for watching to the end. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you in the next one. Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
I'm happy to see you.